So what's up with Aniya, big dog?
Oh shit, you trying to check my girl? Yeah, come on. Yeah, you want to? Yeah. Love you, dog. Damn, you tall, bro. Damn, you're big, dude.
It's Aniya doing one of our dances, and I'm like, what the heck? You know who we are? And I'm literally fangirling over here because I've seen the whole Love Island season. Love it, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm like a big fangirl, and then I realized that that's Aniya on FaceTime, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I see that video, and I'm like, wait, that's
you know,
crazy.
of course you know.
Guys, this is so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. So Aniya just posted this on her Instagram story saying coming back to this because we know that Aniya was out today doing some like work type stuff. So she comes back to the hotel room and then look at the setup. We see the flowers, we see the little dinner setup, okay? And then we know this is Carl. Like look at the corner of the picture. Like look at the corner of the picture. We know this is Carl. But y'all cannot tell me that they are not official. You guys cannot tell me that they are not official because Carl's photo yesterday of him and Aniya sharing a kiss, holding that big ass fortune cookie with like a cookie on top of that, like with words, right? He posted that she had dinner with his cousin, with his mom. You know, their moms are hanging out in Hollywood, okay, right? But we know that Nancy went back today. She went back home. So Carl is still in LA and Aniya is still in LA. All right. It's like y'all cannot tell me they are not official. Because I know they keep giving the question, are y'all together? Are y'all exclusive? Like what's going on? And we had Carl say like, oh, we're still like hanging out. We're still trying to get to know each other more. So far it's been very positive and our connection is even stronger. But this is so freaking cute, guys. Oh my gosh.
So Jen seems to have came out and denied being MAGA, but is not denying liking Trump's post. Jen said in her statement, I've seen everything online over the past 24 hours, and to answer your questions, no, I am not MAGA. I also did not turn off my TikTok comments or DMs in response to any of this. They've been off for days due to an internal glitch that is out of my control. My platform will never be a place that supports or tolerates any kind of hate of any kind. I'm here to spread love and positivity. I only care deeply about the community I'm building and making sure everyone feels safe and welcome here. Nowhere in this statement did she say that any of those screenshots or screen recordings were AI or edited. She is not denying it whatsoever. So it seems as though she's like that in the past and she now isn't MAGA. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how to feel about this statement. No shade, no shade. Very much so a PR statement. She's trying to clear her name without addressing what everybody is actually talking about. She did not address the screenshots at all. She's just saying, I'm not MAGA. She kind of went the Jaden route. No shade. Jaden had screenshots and screen recordings of her liking Trump's post. And she went into my comment section and said, I do not support Trump and never have voted for him. But she never addressed the actual screenshots. So y'all do with this information which y'all will. I think it's very clear what's going on here.
Trinity and Aniya are booked and busy. Kata is making mistakes. Jen is getting cancelled. KATSEYE and Aniya are fangirling over each other. Kyle strikes again, gives us another romantic hit. Planned a romantic night for Aniya. Titi releases a statement after she got criticized for her look for the reunion. There is so much going on right now online. Let's talk about this. I'm going to be showing you guys, per usual, some clips, and then I will share my opinions about them. Please feel free to share your opinions in the comments as well. And let's have fun with this video, okay? Thank you all so much to all my new subscribers. And to all the OGs, I just want to say I love you. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And make sure to like this video. Even if you don't like the video, please hit the like button. Share, hype up the video, and thank you.
The Grammys, and just the other day, Melanie and Aniya from Love Island.
Oh my God.
We're trying to learn the dance.
No, I'm literally...
Here's a video if you have not seen this. Take a look.
Oh!
Happy, anything China.
I have this whole little story, actually. My friend FaceTimed me.
Aniya's video went viral when she finally released it on her TikTok. Aniya was actually doubting if she should release that video or not, as in the full version of the video or not, but she eventually did. I think one lesson that I learned from this is that never ever doubt yourself. There are so many times that I make some videos and I just leave it. I end up not posting them because I just feel like, oh, I don't know, it's not okay. It feels off. Who cares about my opinion or whatever? But you just never know. Someone out there might care about what you're saying or about what you're doing. So if there's any lesson that I learned from this Aniya's video, because it's a video I really enjoyed completely and I posted it on this channel, it's the fact that my takeaway is the fact that just do you, trust your guts and release it out there. Now, the interesting thing is that even before Jimmy Fallon finished making his point or finished speaking, Danny was already saying like, oh, she was so excited. Like after hearing Aniya's name, it's almost like, yeah, I was so shocked that she knew me. And I'm sitting there and I like wondering like, huh? Of course, Aniya knows you. Almost everybody in the world knows you, but I like that reaction from her because it shows that there's still some form of humility when it comes to the KATSEYE members. And also even with Aniya, because Aniya responded to this. But before I talk about Aniya's reaction to this video, let's finish watching that clip.
Like, I think it was like 2 days ago during our show. And he turns the camera around. It's Aniya doing one of our dances. And I'm like, what the heck? You know who we are? And I'm literally fangirling over here because I've seen the whole Love Island season. Love it, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm like a big fangirl. And then I realized that that's Aniya on FaceTime. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I see that video and I'm like, wait, that's
you know,
crazy.
of course you know who you are.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
You make the
That reaction was just very cute and it was so unexpected, but yeah. And then speaking of Aniya actually made a post on her group on IG saying she's freaking out because KATSEYE saw her dance. And do you know some of all these news channels actually posted about this? So many of them reported on it, like Aniya and Melanie were auditioning to be KATSEYE members. When I saw that post, I was like, this is so stupid. But see how viral it went? I just love this interaction. They're both fangirling over each other. That is just a very, very nice and beautiful interaction that I've seen in a while. And speaking of Aniya, she also posted on her IG story a screenshot of her working. So I think Aniya is seriously, truly booked and busy. By the time she got back to her hotel room, there was a bouquet of flowers waiting for her and a table set for two, I think, or a dinner table set. All right. And then she captioned it, came back to this with like a surprise look and hand heart emoji. And if I look at the flowers, we see that there's pink lilies and there's eucalyptus. But the thing is that this is not just an ordinary thing, you see? You could have actually said, well, those are meaningless. That could have been given to her by a fan or whatever. But that element of that hand in there, pointing at the table, makes you understand that this is no ordinary dinner. This is not from a fan, for real. So here is how I see it. Fans have dug out a specific photo from Aniya's repost, and the caption on that bouquet of flower is a girl obsessed with lilies, with a fan actually replying to Aniya, telling her car will get them soon. And lo and behold and lo, she got back to her hotel room from work, and then there we see she has lilies waiting for her. And you know, besides this, do you know what lilies actually mean? Lilies mean strong affection. You know, it's not just something you buy for a friend. It's not something that a fan just buys for you. It's from somebody that is really, really attracted to you. That is what they get for you. Now, you might not be in a relationship, but it is a romantic flower. It is not just something you buy for a friend. It's something you buy for somebody you are romantically attracted to. So, honestly, this is so beautiful. And some might say, okay, the hand in the photo is the hand of the man, the room service guy, right? But you see, the room service guy is not going to have flowers on the table and also be pointing at a table of food that you should come and sit down to eat. Why would that happen, right? So the best guess is that this could be Carl. We literally saw Carl in the beginning of this video telling Sean, what do you want with my girl? He said, my girl. So in my mind, I've determined this is Carl. In my mind, I've already imagined these guys having a very strong romantic relationship. She's already meeting cousins and all the family members. And according to what Aniya's sister said in some live, although I didn't hear it personally, but fans have said she said it, that Carl has met all their family members. Obviously, he's met all of Aniya's sisters and Aniya's dad. That's what they said. I did not hear that personally with my ears. I'm yet to hear that, but a lot of people have said it, that she said it on her live. That is Angel Harvey said that, okay? I mean, so it's not surprising that Aniya too is meeting Carl's family. They went to dinner together, and then what do you see? You see this. Some are even saying that the dessert that they had during that dinner when she met with Carl's mom and Carl's cousins, that the fortune cookie dessert that they had must have been some kind of proposal for her to be his girlfriend. People are very crazy with how they think. So, I mean, I'm loving everything. I'm loving it. If that is what happened, then cool. Good for them. But I just know that these two are building something very real, something very serious, something very genuine. The fact that they are rapidly meeting each other's families says everything you need to know. It shows the level of how serious they are taking this relationship. Aniya said when she came on that show, she said she wants someone that she can marry. So she didn't just come there for a fling. She came there to find a serious and a real relationship. She wants somebody who is going to court her. She wants somebody who is going to date her for real. And I think this life, what you say with your mouth is what you get. So she pronounced it, she declared it, she wanted it, and she got it. So right now, I'm going to confess, guys, I want my videos to get more views. I want 50,000 views. I want 100,000 views. I want more subscribers. I want to reach 100,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm not going to laugh. I'm being serious here. I want all this. So I'm declaring it into the atmosphere. I'm declaring it into the world. And that's what I'm going to get before the end of this year. Okay? Each of my videos, I want to be getting at least 50,000 views. I know. That is something that's... even me, I can't imagine. But, you have to hope for the impossible, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, let's put me aside now. Let's talk about the dinner. It is just so nice and sweet because Carl is a romantic guy to the core. And I think he's really spoiling Aniya, and he's going to spoil her silly because she deserves it. Oh my gosh. We're looking forward to seeing more of this from Aniya's timeline or Aniya's stories. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Trinity and Bryce. Okay, Trinity recently posted a photo on her page saying that she is working. Everybody is excited, and Aniya already announced, even in her group, her IG group, that all of them, all the islanders, are going to be busy, and that they have a lot of things that are planned ahead. So we are all excited to see what is coming up with the islanders. So I'm excited for Trinity. I'm excited to see what Bryce got going on. And have you all seen how Bryce looks at Trinity? Do you know, I used to worry so much that maybe Bryce is just using Trinity. But these days, I'm beginning to think different because the way that guy looks at Trinity is like this guy wants to swallow Trinity up. He really looks like a man in love. Now I'm afraid for him because it looks like Trinity is now the player in this game. Because I don't get it. Like, hey, I thought Trinity was the one that was head over heels. Apparently, Bryce, how did they say it? They say, hold on. Trinity fell first, but Bryce fell harder. And in case you haven't noticed, Trinity is not Olandria. She's not the one that will look away when you give her bad comments. She will respond immediately. Not all the time, but sometimes she does. And she always gives the best comeback. So somebody posted it and said, whoa, nobody is taking her away from you, bro. These 2 photos that I posted just now for you guys to see is the same photo this person put together. And then they said, no one is taking her away from you, bro. And the commenter said, those are 2 post pictures. In real life, she can barely look him in the eyes. Zero chemistry. Then Trinity went under that comment and said, you too old. You too old to be hating on my relationship. Focus on the one you have, with a laughing emoji. The Trinity we saw in Fiji is still the same Trinity, guys. She'll give it to you when you need it. So that's all I gotta say about that.
The initial response to what an Islander says is what's going to be what moves a brand. This is what I mean by they both did essentially the same thing, where Kata knew that she was going to be asked, or Kata had an inkling. So what she did was she shared the deets. She was like, I got you, sisters. I got you, sisters. This is what I use. And Alandria was asked, like, hey, what do you use? She said, I use this. Alandria did not have a lip combo out at the time where she gave us the deets for her lip combo. But what happened was people came and sold out of those 2 colors. And then it was like, you know what? NYX, we got you. Because people was buying it immediately. Immediately. As soon as she told us what the colors were from NYX. Then Kata goes, okay, I'm going to give y'all my lip combo. And then I see girls on Reddit, they're like, oh my gosh, as soon as she gives us the brand, I'll buy it. That is the same thing Alandria said. So this is what I mean by Alandria said, hey, this is what I use. And the fans responded with perfect on my way to the store. Kata says, hey, this is what I use. The fans go, you're going to beat Alandria, sister. But instead of going to the store. If they had put their money where their mouth was, Kata would probably have a closer brand out. She would have something closer. There would have been something along those lines that brought Kata's status up a little bit. It kind of feels like the tortoise and the hare story, where the tortoise literally just kept moving. Alandria's fans just kept moving to make sure her funds were secure. And the hare is just talking shit the whole time. Kata's fans are just too busy talking shit. The core 4 fans are too busy just talking. Like, even now, I'm seeing videos where people are now mad at Melanie because she was talking to Corbin and KC about hanging out post reunion on a live. It's like, girl, what do you mean? What are you doing? Y'all made up the core 4. They didn't go in there and call themselves the core 4. Y'all just saw them and attached yourselves onto them. And because they didn't really have a lot of beef in the villa, it was cool to have this parasocial attachment towards this group and collide as a fan base. That does not mean they are all super tight-knit friends and are lovey-dovey. That does not mean they all hate the same people. So being mad at Melanie for that is strange. Melanie is her own person. It actually kind of makes me feel better because it's like, you know what? They've been got over it. Melanie talk about hanging out with the guys. She's sitting there with Corbin and KC, and Sincere's not there. And she's just like, yeah, let's go hang out. Not in a weirdy way, not a flirty way, just like 4 people that were on a TV show that want to hang out after the reunion. And it's good to see each other again. But again, y'all, money is not put where your mouth is. Y'all are too busy talking, and y'all are too busy talking, trying to get an edge on Alandria. Like, Alandria has any beef in this at all, which is why Kata's not going to make that money, because y'all busy talking. Y'all done missed y'all first opportunity to get Kata some money. Because what you were supposed to do is see that video, run to the store, and sell out of it. That is what you were supposed to do. And I put this later on in the video because I know the dumb hoes that need to hear this, they won't watch the video long enough to comprehend what I'm talking about. So the rest of us who stayed, we know the solution. They should have went and bid bought her shit. They should have been on her mutual. They should have been all up in her lives. And they should have said, hey, what do you need, baby? What are you putting out? Anything that you said come out of your mouth, be like, oh, this person from Love Island bought me. Oh, I bought Kata's lip combo, and it's the Too Faced bag with this lip gloss and this liner. That is what it should be. But because y'all won't do that and y'all keep talking, you are missing opportunities. Where she just, oh, casually, oh, I use this. that's when you're supposed to buy. That's how Alandria is doing it. Because as soon as she says what she uses, as soon as we see her in a dress, we take a photo of the dress, we go to Google Images, we go see where she got the dress, we go to the site, we confirm it's the dress, and we buy it solely based off of her notoriety. But y'all don't know nothing about that, which is why these people ain't gonna make no money. Landria M5, though, this is what y'all get, I guess, for trying to bring her down in Destiny Swap. Mwah.
Okay, so what I'm going to say about this is that I don't know why people keep bringing Olandra up when it comes to season 8 Islanders, because obviously Olandra is from season 7. If she's supposed to even be brought up in any way, it should be with people from season 7. Why do people constantly bring Olandra's name up when it comes to season 8 Islanders? I don't get what is happening. I don't get it. The hate for Olandra is so much and so bad that people were comparing her and Nick relationship to Trinity and Bryce. And what did they do? Till today, I still feel that their breakup was strategic. I feel like they purposely announced that breakup so that nobody is going to compare them to Trinity and Bryce anymore, so that Trinity and Bryce can have their spotlights and have their time and have their own success. That is how I see it, because nobody is comparing Trinity and Bryce to Nicolandra anymore right now. Nobody is doing that. Because, yeah, they've already shut everybody's mouth up. We've broken up. But every move we see, especially with Nick, we can tell that there's still something going on between him and Olandra. I'm not saying it as a matter of fact. I'm just saying it based on my own observation and opinion. So I don't get it. I don't know what led to what this lady is saying. Clearly, Kida must have tried to show her lip combo, but fans are not really supporting. I think the hate for Olandra is so much that all they are doing is just praising this contestant by mouth, but not with actions. If this is true, I really hope the fans change their attitude. Leave Olandra alone. Focus on your favorite and support your favorite. I hope all the Islanders this season, at least the ones that deserve it, I hope they get all the help and support that they need from their fans. That's all I gotta say about that video.
So Zach is actually back in the States, which means Kata and Zach are back. It's funny because I used to like them so much and I just really don't. Mostly because of Zach. But this is what Kata said. She said, been a crazy past couple days, but I swear I will be coming to talk to y'all more here. She's getting piped by Zach right now, so she can't come to the phone. Zach and I have so many exciting things coming up. So happy he is finally back in the States and here to stay. The war is over. Sleep well tonight, babes. Good night. And then he went to go drill this baddie. Oh my God, bro. Like, it's like when you see like a man that just doesn't deserve all that. Like, oh my God. But whatever. If she likes it, I hate it. I'm just kidding. If she likes it, we love it. But anyways, this person said, no, Zeta forever. They have so much chemistry. I actually think by the reunion, a lot of people were saying they were going to break up by the reunion, but I don't think so. I don't think the reunion is enough time for so much shit to happen. I feel like most people are going to stay in their same routine and status. And I think Kate and Zach might announce that they're dating by the reunion. If they don't, I'm going to crack up. Because I think the main thing was like, oh, we're not like in the same place. We're not living in the same place. But now that they are, it's very possible that like they're going to save it for the reunion and then tell us that like they're dating now. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think about what this person said? I would have to say that I agree. I don't think Keda and Zach are breaking up anytime soon. I think Keda likes Zach more than that. She likes him a lot. And Zach wants to be in the US because he wants to be close to Bryce. So, yeah, they're still going to be together for some time. I once saw a photo that claimed that this person, I'm going to put the photo on screen, that this person was Zach's ex. I don't know how far this is true. It might be a lie. Do not quote me. Allegedly, that's his ex. You know, it happens. So it depends. If he gets tired, I guess he might leave Keda, but I don't know. But if I have to predict, I'm going to say Keda and Zach are going to be together for a while before they finally break up. And it's going to be way beyond the reunion. That's what I think.
Good morning. So y'all online are having meltdown because you guys just found out that Jen is MAGA and y'all are like trying to cancel her, and it's like all over the timeline, all over my feed. I can't even get away with it, even though I don't care about these Love Island kids anymore. So since y'all kept putting this shit in my face, I'm actually going to talk to you about it. I actually have some things to say about it. You people act like finding out that a blonde white girl is conservative is breaking news. Newsflash, water is wet. I don't know what the you guys are talking about. The orange guy won the presidency. He won the presidency by winning the popular vote by overwhelming margins. Statistically speaking, over half of Americans are MAGA. Okay? It's not a surprise. It's not something new. It's not confusing. And it's actually not news. And especially with Gen Z. Donald Trump made massive gains with Gen Z, okay? He won young white voters 54 to 44%, okay? And Gen Z almost fully swung towards him. You need to be serious, okay? White women especially ended up swinging for Trump. 52% of white women voted for Trump relative to 47% for Kamala Harris, okay? And also, Trump also captured 36 to 45% of Latino women, which is a massive 10-point jump from the 2020 election, okay? So because of that, statistically speaking, 1/2 to 1/3 of your faves in the villa are MAGA. Yeah. Especially because this is a Gen Z villa, which means that, like many of you, they were children who were left behind in school. Okay? So what do I think? Caleb being MAGA, you guys already said he's MAGA. That doesn't surprise me. Corbin being MAGA? Might be. Melanie might be MAGA. She really might be. Who knows? You know, Sincere, I actually straight up think Sincere's MAGA. I actually would assume that someone of Sincere's personality is MAGA. Zach, I am almost certain is MAGA because his brother Charlie is MAGA. Okay? KC, I don't know if KC's MAGA or not, but he could be, girl. He could be. Kata, maybe not. I don't know. But could be too. She seems like she has a conservative mindset, you know, in her mind. Trinity, definitely not. Okay, Bryce, definitely not. Beatrice, likely. Probably MAGA. Soul, might be. Don't know. Could be. Don't know. Would have to find out. You have to understand, statistically speaking, a lot of these bitches are finna be MAGA because that bitch won the he didn't get elected by nobody. And so here's the thing. Before y'all start sitting in my comments and start accusing me of being MAGA or whatever, let me stop you right there and put my big fat meaty on the table. Let me drop some knowledge on you, okay? I have a master's of public health from Harvard, which is basically a master's in activism from the foremost university in the universe. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to social change. And on top of that, I'm finishing up my master's in counseling, so I'm an expert on human behavior, okay? And so let's talk about what actually causes social change. Social change is not caused by mass dog piles and mass shaming and by quote-unquote canceling people. Social change is caused by building coalitions, okay? Building coalitions, finding common ground, figuring out people's points that pull them to the other side and convincing them of your argument, okay? Nothing is won by shaming people. In fact, from a human behavior standpoint, shaming and dogpiling people actually swings people further to the right, further entrenches them, and is likely has a lot to do why the orange won the last election, okay? Fake internet activism against some goofy blonde from a reality show just feeds the beast. It further polarizes the timeline, and it pushes people further to the right. Why do you think that these right-wing owned social media platforms are pushing the gen cancellation so hard? Because they are locked in, and they know that there's a election coming up, right? And they know that this sort of left-wing pylon is exactly what makes people secretly resentful in their hearts and further strengthens the MAGA coalition. People need to understand that everything you see online is socially engineered. What you see and what goes viral and what the collective ends up discussing and becomes very big is something that is decided by our tech overlords, okay? And the reason why this story, when these platforms have been almost silent about politics over the past year, is going so viral is because they want it to go viral. They want it to go viral because it actually serves to strengthen the MAGA coalition, because it polarizes people more deeply and it sends people on to the other side. Use your brains. The thing about this that really pisses me off is that it's August of an even year. It is August 2026, okay? We need to lock the in. There is a major, very important coming up in just 3 months. August, September, October, November, okay? The Senate is an incredibly tough battleground for the left to win, okay? Republicans hold a 53-47 majority. Democrats are defending both vulnerable seats, and also a lot of the seats that are up this year are in hardcore Republican states. So the Senate is actually really difficult to win. It's going to take a lot of concentrated effort and social organizing for them to win. And then not to talk of the House. That is the only way you actually stop the harm of and this current agenda. Canceling and dogpiling on a goofy blonde girl who was in a bikini on your television screens for 6 weeks straight on a reality show who probably did not go to college is not activism. That is not activism. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop and be realistic. The orange guy got by somebody, and you elected that man not once but twice. And when you elected the second time, it was over that map. I'll never forget that electoral map on that fateful night. It was overwhelmingly red. Okay, so everybody you know is responsible. Walk into an area, 1 in 2 people did this. Okay, so stop acting like finding out some blonde girl who was in a bikini all summer is MAGA girl. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody who isn't college educated is probably MAGA, meaning that probably 50 to 60% of your favorite cast members are MAGA girl, okay? Stop feeding into the polarization. This is what the wing wants. That's why they're pushing this on your algorithms. Use your brains and think for once. Lock the in and focus on what matters, which is coming up in November, okay? And that's what I gotta say. Where is where the truth lives? Come with me next time and I'll meet you there. Also, go to school and read a book, please. Goodbye.
People have a right to cancel Jen, and let's talk about it. There's a large portion of the internet, at least on my For You page, that is understandably upset at the fact that Jen might be a MAGA supporter. But I'm also seeing comments of people saying, like, why are you so quick to cancel her? Why do you care who she voted for? And I know my platform is very much centered on dating and mental health and reality TV, but this is a conversation we absolutely need to talk about. Because the one thing I cannot understand is why people are policing who you can and cannot support. But specifically when it comes down to influencers. Because the whole point of influencers is that they make money off of their likability. That is the reason why the villains in a lot of these shows are not getting the exact same brand deals as the people that are adored. If you do not like someone, you do not have to support them, you do not have to follow them, you do not have to buy products that they sponsor. Because at the end of the day, they're making money from sponsorships, from deals that stem from their likability. You, the consumer of their content, you, the consumer of any products that they sponsor, is the reason why they're making money in the first place. That is why they're called influencers. They influence you, the consumer, to buy products because of their brand, because of their credibility, because of their likability. So if you do not like someone simply because of their character, simply because of how they carry themselves and how they acted on the show and off the show, you have every right to not like someone or support them financially in this case if they don't share the same morals and values as you. Like, if someone is a conservative, even though we do not share the same morals and same beliefs, if they decide that they no longer want to support a liberal influencer, that's none of my damn business. And let me preface by saying that cancel culture in some ways has been problematic. People are quick to cancel over a misunderstanding, over something that has happened when the person was 12 years old. Meanwhile, they're now in their 30s and reformed. I'm not talking about that. When it comes down to something like politics, some people to this day fail to understand that it's no longer just about politics. Politics is the reason why people are getting targeted every single day. Politics is the reason why people are dying by the masses. Politics is the reason why there are so many families in the United States that are struggling to survive and even put food on the table. Politics is the reason why people's safety are at risk. As a therapist that has had to hold space for so many clients who have been directly impacted by this administration, whether it is fiscally or emotionally or physically, I find it baffling that people seem to not understand the immense impact that politics has on the people, on our quality of life, and on our safety. So if you do not want to put money in an influencer's pocket because you do not align morally, that is understandable and that is more than okay. For people that align with Jen morally, for people that align with anyone that is MAGA morally, if you want to follow them, if you want to continue to make them money, that is in your own right. But in my opinion, it makes absolutely no sense to shame someone and force someone to financially essentially support someone that they don't align with morally. Like, we are not obligated to like everyone. We're not. Who you support in the influencer world is your own direct right and your own choice. That's the beauty of it. And it is not your place to tell these people that their reason for not wanting to put more money in this person's pocket is invalid or stupid. I can unfollow someone tomorrow just because I want to, without any reason at all. I can choose to no longer put an influencer on a pedestal simply because I don't feel like it. That's my choice. I don't even have to have a valid reason, is the best part about all of this. I could simply just not want to. And let's make this abundantly clear. Where I draw the line is sending death threats to this person, trying to stalk this person, trying to harm this person or their loved ones. That is absolutely not okay. But when it comes to a mass unfollowing or no longer wanting to support this person's career and continuing to fund this person's lifestyle, that's someone else's right. And for the same reason you do not want to support a politician because you are misaligned in your views, this person does not have to support an influencer because they're misaligned in their morals. So if you want to continue to follow her, if you want to continue to give her more sponsorships, if you want to continue to give her more views on her videos so she can make more money off of your views, that's your own business. Go ahead.
What do y'all think about this Jen situation? She has dropped from 1 million followers to 973,000 followers. Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comments.
Cass this season is quick as hell to put out a PSA. They are not playing with y'all and the online bullying and the backlash. So Tiara was not feeling a lot of the comments that the fans had to say about a lot of the looks and a lot of commentary. And a lot of people were not feeling a lot of the looks from the season 8 reunion red carpet, including me, I will say. Yeah, so she put out a PSA. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so she posted her Instagram story about an hour ago. She says, "Hi guys, I just want to say that I'm still trying to figure it out. This was my first ever red carpet event and I'm still learning my personal style, what makeup works for me, and the hairstyles I feel are I'm most confident in. It's all trial and error and I'm okay with that. I just wish that there was a little bit more grace and kindness when it comes to me and my fellow islanders. You guys pay attention to me and my fellow islanders. We literally just came out of the villa and are stepping into the industry that's very new to a lot of us. We're learning, growing, developing our styles, and figuring things out along the way. You don't have to love every look, and I completely understand that everyone has their own opinions. But there's a difference between an opinion and being unkind." Okay, clock that T, Titi. Oh my God, that should be her pocket. Clock that T, Titi. Ah! Okay, sorry. So to everyone who has supported me and continues to show me love, thank you. Now, I don't think that Tiara's red carpet look was bad. I just think that the makeup artist just went a little heavy on her. Only because she's a very, very beautiful ass girl. So it's not your fault, babes. Like, it's not your fault. You showed up. You gave the face. You gave the looks. That is not your fault. The makeup was just a little too heavy, and that is okay. And I'm sorry that you guys are receiving a lot of backlash, but it also does come with the territory when you are, but again, the bullying is a lot, I will say, and it's a lot of unnecessary shit. I will 100% say that. Also, I do really appreciate Tiara's, the way she represents herself, the way that she speaks up for herself, the way that she's not afraid to put out a PSA or speak or defend herself against the public, against anyone, and she is strongly confident with that, and the way she articulates herself, like, that is a woman for me. Like, I'm sorry, I know that there's a lot of hate, but the way that she came in, like, I'm TT, like, that confidence she had, she carries that through her daily life, and I appreciate that, and I'm clocking it and I see it, and I love a confident woman. She defended herself and her fellow castmates, okay?
One thing that I noticed about the Islanders after the reunion is that so many of them have gotten closer with each other, even though it seems like they kind of divided into two different groups. I still feel like there's a level of closeness they now share with one another. I think most likely most of them were able to sort out whatever beef they may have with each other at the reunion. So, and I think that Titi and KC came out of that experience feeling a lot lighter than they were before, and feeling a lot closer to many of the contestants, because it seems that they had a little mental glitch after the show when they kept saying that, when they kept releasing those negative things that they said during the After Sun and in their podcast. But now they've had time to reflect, and then they were able to face reality and admit some things during the reunion, I would hope. Now she's been doing some live videos. She's been partying with the group, and I see her photos with KC. Her pictures are looking a lot better. She doesn't look angry in her pictures anymore. She's smiling, she's playful. And Titi posted a photo of herself and Pamela during their night out. Casey put a comment on there and said, "I want the one on the left." you know, they are a lot playful, they are a lot freer, which is really nice to see. I mean, that's all I gotta say about KC and Titi. Now we're looking forward to the reunion. What do you think about this video? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you for watching to this point. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.